in Starkville, Mississippi. Did you know that Davis-Wade Stadium for the Bulldogs of Mississippi State is the second oldest Division I-A campus football stadium, opened in 1914 as Scott Field? The cowbells are clanging every time you visit Starkville, Mississippi. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. They'll start on the ground with Bothwell. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Taylor wants to throw. He'll take the deep shot. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Trying to take it back. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their company.
Oh, a lot of space. Touchdown, Missouri! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And I'm kind of surprised. That's his first rush of the football game, and they give him the football, and you see why this dude is a baller. Like, give him the ball, he can make people miss, and he can hit home runs, put points on the scoreboard really quickly. Jesse, one touch, one touchdown.
Yeah, and I think the offensive coordinator now is kind of hoping he probably scripted this game a little bit differently. He should have done it on the first drive. They didn't give him any touches, but he's now earned a lot more carries. You're going to see this guy get force-fed now the rest of the game after that run.
The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Trying the left side. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Well, to say that this guy was unblockable in their last game is definitely an understatement. He was living in the opponent's backfield, and he does it again very early in this one, David. And I know he was a guy this offensive line and this coaching staff were concerned about, and early on, they don't have an answer for him.
I'm about to say that they still have the concerns because, geez, early on, he's in the backfield right away. Got to have some kind of an answer, man. First of all, maybe not run towards his side. Secondly, maybe we double team him, but there's got to be a plan because when you get near him, bad things happen for your offense.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Maybe some room here. He's at the 40. The 20.
just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Missouri's offense heads out, ready to go. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Simmons swings it out to the flat. He breaks a tackle. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting. It's all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week. And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Scanning the field, it's Burns. Rushes on him. Picked off. What a play to set him up. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
See, not all linebackers are just big meatheads, right, that come downhill and hit you in the mouth. What a good job of understanding. It's a passing situation. I drop back. I see it. I break on the football in zone coverage. Give me that rock.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Running right, it's Bockwell. And they swarm him under.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires downfield. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And the try is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
He uncorks one deep. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. Dumps it to the back. Makes the grab. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. They'll go with Bothwell. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the 1st down. Off the play fake. It's complete to the right. Turning it on. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Here's a give to Bothwell. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this 1st quarter. We played 1, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the 1st period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the 2nd quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Taylor wants to throw it. Here comes the heat. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
On 3rd down, here's Bothwell. Touchdown ball! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He'll do it himself. Now the pitch. Across the 25, he's got room. They get him corralled, but not before. They had their eyes going everywhere trying to keep up with this option attack. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the 2nd play of the drive from the 36. Off the play fake on 1st down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Quickly out to the tight end. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary. Catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
Wants to throw. It's Burns. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Makes the grab in their space. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Extra point here will tie the game. And they did tack on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff, Fluff Bothwell. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Taylor wants to throw. Pressure coming. Trying to make something happen. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on 4th. Trying to get it to the marker. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Bulldogs are marching down the field in their own territory, but completely undaunted as they go for it and make it on 4th down.
That is crazy. I don't even think you have a second thought anymore.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Second down, he'll throw it. Forced out of the pocket. He'll get rid of it. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it.
Going deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has 1 interception. That was almost a second. Just Playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Off the left side, it's Hardy. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. Back to pass, it's Burns. Fires to the wideout. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And it's a good sign for this defense, man. Their first two drives, they put scoring drives together. And they didn't get stops when they needed it. On the third downs, nice job coming up big on a third down, forcing the fourth down, and hopefully now getting off the field.
So Missouri will have to punt it away. Makes a catch, wants to make a move upfield. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Wants to throw on first down. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down.
God, he's annoying to play against. You think about it as a defense, I'm trying to cage you in, trying to keep you in the pocket, and then he's just whoop, 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 spinning all over the place, getting outside the pocket, making plays, and then you got to go chase him again and again and again. Just wears you out.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Taylor wants to throw it. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Took a shot as he threw. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Man, really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We start with Baylor in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Oklahoma Sooners.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14.
And it's the Bears coming away with the victory in one of the highest scoring games we've seen all season. And this group is finally able to get into the win column after starting 0-3.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Makes the catch. It's Lee. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Burns. He's got him. Open space at the 25. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
I love when offenses see defenses and read them. Nice job. Defenses sitting back on 3rd and long, playing soft coverage. Get the ball to your playmaker, let him do the rest. Nice job seeing it. Nice job executing by this offense.
To the air on 1st down. Under fire. And down he goes. The number 1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Throwing right. He's got it. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
That is a huge play for the offense, but you know the defense is just kicking themselves. They have them set up in 2nd and long. And that was just a short throw. All you got to do.
Finding some room.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Throwing Simmons. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
There he goes. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
All even here in the 3rd quarter as they get set to snap it on 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Hardy. Only able to pick up a yard. It'll be 3rd and 9.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Great shot at a field goal from here. You don't want to be reckless and take it off the board, but you got to go for the score. Looking for a man. It's Burns. They're working that left side. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Lets it fly. Got it. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The late hit moves the ball up 15 yards. And the offense grateful for that penalty if they can just move it 1 more yard to get it in. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll keep it on the ground with Hardy. Touchdown, Tigers! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Smacks it with the stiff arm. Oh my goodness, he's still moving. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Here's a gift to Bothwell. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Buys a little time with his feet. He's going to run it. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Trying to keep this drive alive. He got enough to move the chains on that one. They'll spot it at the 27.
And defensively, man, you just want to get to 4th down, right? Give yourself an opportunity. And even though it was 4th and 1, try to get the stop, especially this part of the field where they could come away with points and kick a field goal, or they could come away with a touchdown. Man, I want to get this stop and get off the field, but the offense executed. The defense just missed out.
That's it for the period, and Missouri has the lead. Now let's take a look at the stats and what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. The inside handoff. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
They'll give it to Fluff. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
He'll try to pick it up on the ground. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last 4th down.
He might want another play. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that fourth down stop and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the fourth quarter to get me the football back. That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with a W.
Got a man in the middle. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Might have a chance. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Back to pass, it's Burns. The throw to the outside is complete. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Hardy. He'll be brought down, but it'll move the change for Mizzou. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35.
When this offense wants to, boy, they can go fast. After the completion and first down, right back to the line of scrimmage for more tempo.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. They'll give it to Hardy.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
This offense has done a good job on this drive, taking time off the clock as they come up on 2nd down. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Hardy. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. A mere 4 seconds after the clock stopped for the 2-minute timeout, the defense gets it stopped again, trying to get the ball back. Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, we'll see an immediate timeout. Dropping back, it's Burns. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Grabs it inside the 15. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the
Beck's going for the goal line. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Missouri! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in Week 4.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach, and that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Trying play action. He's taking the deep shot. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Such a hard position to be successful in when you know you need 2 scores and it's under 2 minutes. The defense, look at them. Great job playing pass, understanding the situation, breaking on the football, and ending this football game.
Looking to throw, it's Burns. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half, and here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. Mississippi State calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Hunt is on its way. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Might be calling a hot route. They're going to open this drive with a pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Oh, they're after him. And it's a sack.
You know, for this quarterback late in the game, you just need to have a better concept of the situation. Can't take sacks at this juncture. And I know that the play gets thrown off, the timing's off, and you're full.
Looking for a big play. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Here's a throw downfield late. And the pass goes incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock strikes 0, ball game is over. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being ready, getting the W.